Welcome back to the work week, guys. This is Ryan Knows Tech with TechInform.us. I want to apologize again for last week's lack of content. It was really one of the first weeks of summer, and I needed some time to unwind. So we're finally back. I've definitely had my time to do that, and we're going to be talking about the LaCie D2 Quadra hard drive here that I got a while ago. This is the desktop LaCie's big multi-interface, high-performance hard drive. Now, this is the 2 terabyte model. They actually have 2 models, or 3, including the Enterprise Edition, which we're not going to be talking about a whole lot today. But they have 2 models of, I'm going to call it the Consumer Edition, one of which features USB 3 instead of FireWire 400. So the first one, which is the one I've got, it has eSATA 3 gigabits, USB 2, FireWire 400, and FireWire 800. The other model has eSATA, USB 2, USB 3, and FireWire 800. So again, they dropped that FireWire 400 and replaced it with USB 3, which probably would have made more sense for me to go to that, considering I have never seen or used any FireWire 400 products. They're all either 800 or whatever was before 400. But nevertheless, FireWire 800, I believe, is going to be better than USB 3, but we'll see over time. So anyways, they make a 1 terabyte, a 2 terabyte, and a 3 terabyte version of each of the drives that I just outlined. Again, this is the 2. We're going to start off by talking about the build and case, which is really impressive with this. My outgoing drive actually died about 2 weeks before I made the review on it, after I made the review on it, rather, that said it was a great drive. Well, it was, up until it died, of course. They all are. And that was the HP Simple Save. It was a terabyte. It wasn't real fast, but it got the job done. And then this is obviously the LaCie drive, and it feels incredibly different. All of this, I was hoping from the pictures, would be aluminum and not plastic, and I was rewarded. It is aluminum and not plastic. It's really heavy. It feels really good. This stand here comes with it. It doesn't actually come attached. You have to put in 2 hex bolts, I guess, or screws at the bottom. That was really easy. It's got some rubber feet on here to not scratch up your desk or glass, whatever you're going to put it on. And it feels really good. The other hard drive, I felt like it was going to fall down a lot. This one, it really wouldn't, unless you gave it a big hit. And then from the side, these are not vents. They're just like rippled there. It looks really good. It feels really good. On the back, this is where a lot of the action is. We've got a fan up here. It's a little noisy. I wouldn't want this on my desk running all the time. I'll just say that. So I eject it from the Mac when I'm not going to write something to it, and pretty much just don't use it and don't have it plugged in. So there's your fan vent up top. Here you've got a switch. You can either have the drive on if you want to have it networked or something and you always want to have it on. You can have it on automatic, which I'll talk about in a second, or you can just turn it off. Leave it plugged into the power and just turn it off if you're going to go on a trip or something. The automatic, that's where I leave it. This makes it really easy. Whenever you plug this device into something using any of these multiple methods of output or input, I guess, whenever you plug it in and it senses there's power coming into one of these, it'll turn it on, rev the disk up to speed, turn the fan on, and get ready to do something. That makes it super easy. I use FireWire 800 straight to my MacBook Pro. Once I plug it in, it revs the drive up, and it's ready to go. Below that, that's your FireWire 400 that you're never going to use. You have 2 FireWire 800s. That's awesome that you've got 2 of those, because those are, eSATA is technically faster, but many more machines, especially Apple hardware, use the FireWire 800. There is your USB to regular just USB 2, and then the eSATA and your power right down there. So that tons of different ports here, really easy to use. And I will say, because I know somebody's going to ask, this looks perfect next to an Apple aluminum product. Here's an iPad. That's, I'll be honest, part reason why I bought it is it looks so good next to the MacBook Pro and the iPad and kind of the titanium or whatever it is, stainless steel on the side of an iPhone 4 there. But of course, that's purely cosmetic. So I should mention there's a button here. I have never used it. This drive came with some software on it that supposedly makes backing up files and stuff easier. Well, we all know that's BS. I would much rather use Finder or even Windows Explorer to just drag and drop stuff, or use third-party backup software like Time Machine to do what I want to do. But there is, when you get it, I never used it. I'm not going to review that. I apologize for that. But you can press that. You can set it to open an application if you want to do that. But you can set that to whatever you want. Plus, when you have it plugged in, this light will flash blue, telling you that you're reading or writing from the disk. So that could be useful. I should say that it came with all of these cables. Of course, the power cable. It's a cord that goes into a brick or an adapter and then plugs into here. Came with an eSATA cable, came with USB, came with one FireWire 800, came with one FireWire 400. All in the box. I never even used some of them, and there's no point to digging them back out for this review. So last thing we'll talk about right now is prices. I am going to plug this into the MacBook Pro, and we're going to do some speed tests on the drive with the AJA System Test software. I used it when I reviewed my solid state drive. So go back to my channel if you'd like to see anything about my SSD inside the MacBook Pro. So the two drives here are the same prices between the USB 3 and the FireWire 400 as of right now. So we're just going to go over the one that I ended up with was the FireWire 400 and 800. 1 terabyte is $160. 2 terabytes is $255, and 3 terabytes is $350. I ended up buying this guy, the 2 terabyte model, off Amazon for $225. So I was about $30 cheaper than LaCie's site. Of course, you can go to eBay. Highly recommend Amazon or Newegg. At Newegg, actually. I think I said Amazon. I got mine on Newegg. Shipping is great. I've actually bought 2 hard drives from them. So I highly recommend it. It doesn't get hot. However, I've never had it plugged in for more than 3 hours or so. It seems like a very good drive. It's not the fastest drive. I'll be honest with that. It's not as fast as I was thinking or hoping. Definitely faster than the outgoing drive. But we'll go into the OS X desktop now and play with some system test software and see how fast it actually is. Alright, so welcome to the desktop of Mac OS X. We're going to go into my applications folder and open up the system test software. It's free. We used this before. If you Google it, you'll find it for Mac. It's AJA System Test. We're going to do a disk read or write to the LaCie 2 terabyte drive. How about we write, we'll start off with 128 meg, see if we can fill up that cache, and then we'll go to a gig. So I actually have it formatted right now in FAT32. Reason being, I use it with my PC running Windows 7, and I also use it with OS X. So I can't do it in OS journaled, and I can't do it in NTFS, which I'm sure would be faster. So we're stuck with FAT32 for these tests. So anyways, we're going to do the 128 meg test. We'll see how fast it reads and writes. There we are. We're looking at about 63.7 write and 79.8 read, so definitely a little on the slow side, at least compared to the SSD. But then again, any hard drive this. We'll do it again. Sometimes they change. The write this time looks like about 62.6 and just under 80 again for the read. So we'll go up to a gig, see if that changes anything there. There we are, right around 65 megs per second constant. Actually a little faster, that surprises me. 66 megs. This is write speed. Read speed should be quicker. There we are. 75, 75, 75, 76. Do I hear 77? Yes, 77.1, 2, 3. 77.7 or 0.3 for read, so not bad. I'll make a lot of people jealous out there. We'll do the no, I'm just kidding. We'll do the SSD test at 128 meg, and this just floors me. I love it. It's so quick. 175 and 227. But those are my thoughts on the LaCie Quadra D2. I would recommend it. It's a really great drive. It's definitely fast enough. I'm sure it would be faster in NTFS and macOS Extended Journaled, whatever they call that. But in FAT32, it's quick enough. It puts my gig vlog over there every day quick enough, so no complaints with it, and I would recommend buying it from Newegg. They seem to have the cheapest price. If I can find the link again, I'll put it down below. Thanks for watching this video. Be sure to check out our site, which has been updated. It's now running TechInform 2.1, techinform.us. That's our blog. We've updated everything here. We've got nice high-resolution graphics. 99.362% of the kinks are worked out, so be sure to check it out. Enjoy the high-res graphics and all the new content that we've pushed up over the few days. My Twitter is twitter.com/JamesRSchultz, and be sure to catch us live on Tuesday nights between 8 and 9 p.m. Eastern Time on ustream.tv/users/techinformus. Thanks, guys, and I'll talk to you in Tuesday's video. Bye-bye.